Hey friends, it's Rabbi Jenny Solomon here at Beth Meyer Synagogue with a Mincha moment. This week's Torah portion, we are still in the midst of our amazing story of liberation, the Exodus story. It's Parashat Bo. Bo means come, and it is part of that opening verse, Bo el Pharaoh, come to Pharaoh. Many commentators notice that it doesn't say go to Pharaoh, which we might assume, lech le Pharaoh, but rather come, bo el Pharaoh. The Hasidic masters understood that our story, our Torah, tells a narrative that is not just about, or not even necessarily, something that happened once upon a time in history, but rather is a drama that is unfolding inside and around every one of us. So when the text says, come to Pharaoh, the Hasidic masters understood this invitation as come to the little Pharaoh that lives within each one of us. That part of ourselves that is cruel and harsh and unrelenting, that is overly critical of ourselves and perhaps overly critical of others. And come closer with curiosity, with some benevolence, with some openness, and see what you find. Small example, just yesterday, I set my alarm 6 days a week, very early. I have many things that I love to accomplish early in the morning, part of my spiritual practice, part of my moving my body practice, my prayer practice, connecting with Eric early in the morning practice, coffee practice, dishwasher and making dinner practice, many things that I like to do early in the morning. And my alarm went off, and very uncharacteristically of me, I essentially pressed snooze. I never do that. And inadvertently overslept, which really ate into my time for all those precious things that I love to do in the morning. But obviously my body needed that sleep. And I noticed immediately Pharaoh's voice inside of me, criticizing me for sleeping in till 6, and all the ways in which sort of the slights of my own character, until I remembered this teaching, Bo el Pharaoh, and I got closer to this voice, and I remembered that my job here is actually to soften my heart towards this little inner Pharaoh that's still here, even after all these years of sort of diminishing Pharaoh's presence in my own head and my own heart. We all have a little Pharaoh. And one of the tools that we can utilize to come close to this Pharaoh with some curiosity and then hopefully soften, right? Pharaoh's heart, we are taught many, many times over, is hard, it's chazak, it's strong, it's unrelenting. And one of the tools we can use to soften and to sort of go more lightly through the world is to breathe. It's just to breathe. I feel like I said the same thing last week, but I guess it's worthy of remembering again and again and again to see if we can catch the edge of that voice, of that Pharaoh's presence. And instead of hardening against ourselves or against others, soften. See if it's possible to soften. And in doing so, I believe we sort of perpetuate and we move one step closer towards that great liberation that is a part of our Torah story and actually a part, please God, of the unfolding of each one of our own lives. All right. Peace. Shalom.